To call the atmosphere here charged would be doing it a disservice. It is positively electric in this place as we get you set for postseason baseball on the show. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Washington Nationals. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and you can see how these two teams stack up. And it's hard to say exactly who you'd give the edge to right now. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if the pitchers were the guys that got the upper hand in this series.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Washington Nationals.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. And a look now at Bruce Bochy's lineup card for the Giants. Steve, what's the key for him here tonight?
Well, they need to get guys on base, so you need patience at the top of the lineup and then aggressiveness out of the middle of the order once you've got some guys to drive in.
Gio Gonzalez will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he does like to throw the curveball, and it's one of those 12-6 curveballs, a big downward break. We'll see how much break he has in this one.
With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, we've got a gold glover behind the plate. How that helps the ball club, you can throw balls in the dirt as a pitcher, touchdown, the running game, really impacts the game defensively.
Denard Span will stand in now, and you'd have to say he was one of the real bright spots in the division series.
And here in October, this is when you want your guys to really find their stride. And you're right, Matty. He was outstanding in getting them into this LCS.
Underway this evening as the first pitch is taken for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:05 p.m.
First pitch, 7:05.
And he lays off for ball one. Our Game 1 thermostat, about what you'd expect for October, 55 degrees at first pitch. Belted high and deep into right center. Revere going back to the track. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Yeah, pretty shaky start out there on the mound. This ball was hit pretty well. And I think he's lucky that that one didn't get out of here.
At the plate, Joe Panik, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he lays off there, 1-0. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
You know, Summersgill has a bit of a reputation for having a fat strike zone, but I don't think that really applies to all corners. Also,
I've been told that he's pretty consistent with what he does and doesn't call.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
And for a starter, he has one of the better fastballs you're going to see. That one at 95.
Bounce to first. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, the catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Buster Posey will stand in here in game 1, and he'll be looking to put a disappointing division series behind him.
Yeah, it was disappointing in that he wasn't able to really carry much of the load. But I know he's grateful to have a shot at redemption here in the league championship series.
Gonzalez looks in. Here's the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
This has been just the kind of start you hope for in a game 1.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Hit hard to the right side. Murphy's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3. And now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Time now from our nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I really appreciate the way that Bryce Harper plays the game. And he's a home run threat every time he steps into the box. If they want to shut him down, they're going to have to be careful and keep the ball low in the zone. Don't give him anything he can drive.
Madison Bumgarner will do the pitching on the road here in Game 1 of the LCS. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty, real effective outing for him in his last start. Got the win and did not give up any runs. They'll try and do that again here.
Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the Giants lineup defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, the last place you want to hit the ball against this team, right field. He won the Gold Glove Award last year. He can go get him with the best of anyone.
Ben Revere comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Nationals, center fielder, Ben Revere.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think he had him flinching on that one. That nearly came back to the inside corner.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Pence, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning.
Batting second, third baseman, Anthony.
And guys, he darn near makes this play in the outfield as we get a second look. Boy, stretches out as far as he can. Maybe could have had it with an all-out dive, but it'll go for a double instead. In now is Anthony Rendon. Flipped out the other way toward short. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. Now a long throw home, and he is in there.
Yeah, a very important at-bat there. And not just to take a 1-0 lead, but to do it in the first inning against a pitcher like this. And that'll give them confidence that they can handle this guy.
Striding into the box, Bryce Harper. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Nobody out, runner on first. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Nice comeback here to get it 0-2, and now you've got to put that early run behind you and make sure that this doesn't get any worse.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Runner back safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. A runner at first with no outs here. Three and 2 now.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
A swing, and it's popped in the air back behind first. Belt ranging into the outfield, and that's the first out of the inning.
Well, this will wind up nothing more than a pop-out in the scorebook. But what won't go unnoticed in that dugout is that he battled for an awfully long time there. That takes a lot of energy out of a guy when he's got to throw that many pitches.
Ryan Zimmerman steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay to the plate. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Well, they are definitely not having any trouble seeing this guy so far. A second run's in to score on the double. It's 2-0 now already, and he's already putting his guys in catch-up mode here in the first inning.
Jason Worth stands in with another first-inning RBI opportunity in store.
Yeah, and this has been an impressive first inning for these guys, and you know they'd love to tack one on here.
First offering on its way. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
Well, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
Here comes the 0-1. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
And the way these guys have been swinging at everything, I'm surprised you didn't go after that one, too.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a fastball. Blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by.
Daniel Murphy will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
And a foul tip held onto here at strike 1.
Well, he's really had to work hard here in this first inning. And you got to wonder, how much is that going to take out of him?
Next pitch will be number 24 in this long first inning. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
The 1-2 pitch. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Second inning upcoming from our nation's capital. It's the Nationals 2 and the Giants nothing. Hunter Pence makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Right fielder, Hunter Pence.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Gonzalez gets the sign. 2-0 on its way. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
And this is cut on and missed by Pence as he set down on strikes for the first out.
We'll take another look at the sequence here on Show Track. Now, as we watch, notice that it's all hard stuff through the first 4 pitches. But then on pitch number 5, he finally turns to something off speed, and that leaves the hitter with no chance.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. 0-2 now as Crawford comes up empty on that one.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
94 on the outer edge. You can't help but take that.
Chop this one right side. Murphy showing off his range. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting sixth.
And with 2 away, let's check out our playoff bracket as we give you a look at how these 2 teams advanced out of the divisional round to meet here for the league championship. Brandon Belt into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Worth on the move. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Giants down in order. They trail things here 2-0. Wilson Ramos strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second. Backhanded. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Batting 8th, the shortstop, Danny Espinosa.
Danny Espinosa digs in here for his first appearance. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. That misses. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind in a count like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. 1 out, nobody on. And now Now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Looks like he's finding his bearings here a little bit better in the second after a rough first inning. He gets the strikeout right here, but boy, he could have used one of these an inning ago, that's for sure.
Stepping in now, Gio Gonzalez. As Bumgarner gets ahead of him with strike 1.
Well, much better here in the second inning. To me, he looked a little bit tentative early on. It's starting to look like he's finding the rhythm now.
2 out, nobody on. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. To 2-2 now. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, that pitch is so low and such an easy take that you basically waste that opportunity you had on 2-2.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Angel Pagan will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys could break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Gonzalez is ready. 1-0 on its way. Drilled down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
And this is what folks mean when they talk about time in the fastball. He looks at the first pitch just to get a feel for the speed, the movement, and then when it comes again, now he knows how to handle it.
Into the box, Kelby Tomlinson, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Smoke toward the hole, and that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Still early in the ball game, but these guys don't want to let things get away from them. So back-to-back hits here have the tying runs on base with nobody out.
Madison Bumgarner will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. But one or the other is what you really need.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. fastball, not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. On deck, there you see Denard Span. He'll hit next. And he lays off here. It's ball 4. And that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
Well, 2 straight singles, now a walk. He's making it real tough on himself here as he starts the inning by loading the bases.
So stepping in, Denard Span, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
You cannot let this situation get any worse. You got to be thinking strikeout or ground ball. Even if you allow 1 run to score in this inning, that would be a major victory.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike. No offer on that one, 2 balls and a strike.
Now the pressure will really start to mount out there. That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. The 2-2 pitch. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Has to challenge him here. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And they are on the board with the sac fly as this is now a 2-1 game.
And you know, he might wind up being just a little disappointed there with the bases loaded and nobody out. But the sacrifice fly does get at least 1 run home, as that run will score from third base.
Here's Joe Panik, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And a front foot curveball here that misses down and in for ball 2.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in a strike zone.
On the ground to the right side. The second for 1. And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. Giants will have to be content with just the 1. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Nationals on top, 2-1. Ben Revere digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Man, he get flat out fly. I mean, once this thing got down, you figured if this is a fair ball, it's a base hit. That's almost too easy there.
Now to the plate, Anthony Rendon. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. And he'll snap one over to first. And the runner back.
Just keeping an eye on him.
And another snap throw to the bag. Keeping particularly close tabs on him. Revere rides off for second. Pitch misses. The throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second.
We've seen him use his speed more than once here this postseason, and he's on the run again here as he gets into second with the stolen base.
A 1-0 delivery. That's wide, 2-0.
Hey, it's danger any way you look at it right here. You've got a base open, but you've got an even better hitter waiting on deck. So I don't think I'd be working around this guy. I'd be forced to go right after him.
Here he comes on 2-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pagan arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Right fielder number 34, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
And I think they'd stay out there again, maybe for the rest of the at-bat.
One and one, here it comes. 1-2 as he chases the slider. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
When you're talking about guys that throw a good slider, it's not necessarily the movement you're talking about. It's the late movement. I mean, here he goes to offer at this thing, and it's just not there anymore.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball 1. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. So a 2-run home run for Ryan Zimmerman. His first homer so far in the series as the Nationals move in front now 4-1.
My guess is that Posey wanted this pitch to be down a bit more, but instead you can see where it winds up, and that is not a location you're going to get away with all too often.
Up next for Washington.
Here's Jason Worth.
Left fielder, Jason Worth.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Look out, 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Line drive to left. And that'll get down in front of Pagan for a base hit.
Now the pitching coach is going to come in and have a word with him. Here in the third, this is probably just to try and clean out the negative and put a positive thought in his head. You know, something like, I've seen you work out at jams like this many times before. I know you can do it again.
Daniel Murphy in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Pagan. And the inning is over. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this two-run home run. We're through 3 in our nation's capital. It's now a 4-1 Washington lead. Buster Posey is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. He'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Oh, that is a nice pitch right there. You kind of slow it down and give him that big breaking ball to start off the at-bat. Make sure he's not a guy that's looking to ambush that first pitch fastball.
And no offer that time from Pence as it evens the count at 1-1. On the ground to short. This could be 2. One there. On to first, and it's a double play. The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings. And there are 2 away now.
Well, that's just made to order right there. 2 hops to short, easy pivot, not a lot of heat at second base. That's just a pretty routine double play.
In now, Brandon Crawford. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
I think at this point, a 2-out walk isn't the worst thing in the world. You'd like to avoid it if you can, but this can be a dangerous spot if you just groove one.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
4-1 our score as we play inning number 4. inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
And you'd like to say, good job there, good eye. But in reality, nobody's swinging at that pitch. It's not even close.
Brandon Belt will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. And this is fouled at the plate. Gonzalez comes set. Here's the 0-2. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Giants leave 1. They trail it 4-1. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian here as it's Wilson Ramos that gets set to lead off the Nationals half of the inning. Into the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
Curveball close, but it's 1-1. And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike. Curveball, and he thought it was strike 2. Instead, it goes to 3-1.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Looking to avoid his first walk. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
Well, that may have been the last pitch in the at-bat that he could do something with. He's not going to get anything better than that.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Maybe a case where he's more interested in taking a walk. He was in a good spot up 3-1, but he winds up taking 2 straight pitches, neither of which was anything you'd call unhittable.
Standing in now, Danny Espinoza. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Yeah, and a 1-out single here gets him a base runner in the 4th, as you can check out his line so far. You'd like for him to give you at least another inning or so, but with numbers like that, he might be on pretty thin ice already.
The pitcher, Gio Gonzalez, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
He's running towards second, and they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but, hey, he gets the job done.
And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants' bullpen. Here's Ben Revere. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Belt gloves it. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his third hit tonight.
The third baseman, number 6,
Anthony Rendon gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Pitch inside the throw, and he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. 1 left for Washington, but they lead it 4-1. Gonzalez steps into his windup. First pitch on the way. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Ripped down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. And he'll get in there safely.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turnaround first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
In now, Kelby Tomlinson, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
Yeah, curveball, then changeup here on the first couple pitches. Now might be the time to see him run that fastball in on his hands. Maybe try and get this guy to pop something up.
1 run, 4 hits. And no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
He's come at him with all off-speed stuff so far, but if I'm at the plate, if I'm hitting, I'm thinking he's going to have to throw a fastball here sooner or later.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. To short, hit hard. Throw on by Espinoza takes care of him for the first out.
Well, this is a perfect example why these guys are losing this game. You get the leadoff double. If this ground ball goes to the right side, it's a productive out and you get the man to third, but he hits it to the left side. It's a complete waste of an at-bat.
Into the box now, Madison Bumgarner, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is 1 big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Well, he's done a pretty good job here of rendering that leadoff double useless. He's come back with a ground out, then a strikeout, and so now it's going to come down to a 2-out base hit if they want to score right here.
Denard Span will stand in. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. 2 out here and a runner at second. In the dirt here. But fortunately here, no advance. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Anthony Rendon comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
And whatever you do, you can't let that previous call eat at you. You've got to come back with your best pitch here on 3-1.
Thought it was ball 4, but it's in there. 3-2. Grounded to third. Tomlinson scoops it up, throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Right fielder number 34, Bryce Harper.
1 gone for the Nationals in the 5th, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Smoked on the ground left side, and just past his outstretched glove into left, the base hit.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Digging in to try it again, Ryan Zimmerman. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he absolutely crushed it earlier, so let's see if he can get into another one in this at-bat.
Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Well, even though he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 70% of the batters he's faced, the rest of his game has not been sharp, and he's not pitching well.
Runners on first with one down. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
You know, guys, these hitters have had a good look at that slider so far, and they've been told, let that thing go and wait for something better out over the plate.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Chopped foul right at home plate. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Well, this curveball right here has got a lot of snap to it. You can see pretty clearly he's finishing off his pitches much better than earlier in the ballgame and getting much better results as well.
Here's Jason Worth. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike one. 2 out with the man at first. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Nationals leave one as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Joe Panik makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Line toward right center. Oh, and he botches it.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. And now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Buster Posey will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. In there at the knees, strike one.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Hot shot to third. To second for one. On to first, and Posey has bounced into a double play.
And it's the double play ball that bites him again. This is the 3rd time now that they've hit into one so far. And you're just not going to win many ball games if you keep shooting yourself in the foot like that.
Hunter Pence will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
First pitch of the at-bat. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
That's inside. 2-0. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter's going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
The 2-1 on its way. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. It's a solo shot here for Hunter Pence. His first homer here in the series, and the Giants draw closer. It's now a 4-2 game.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Brandon Crawford.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. One for the Giants. Bye-bye, baby. Hunter Pence leaves the yard. Bottom of the sixth is straight ahead. It's the Nationals 4 and the Giants 2. Josh Osich will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the sixth.
Number 61, Josh Osich.
Daniel Murphy will stand in, and he'll lead off in the Washington sixth.
Washington.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Ball three.
3-1. One thing that man right there will not tolerate: leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And that one is a cold strike as he's rebounded to run it full now. 3-2. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the sixth.
And that's what I'd call an intelligent at-bat. It's good knowledge of the strike zone, and more importantly, of how the home plate umpire calls the strike zone. Got himself a leadoff walk.
Wilson Ramos will stand in now following the leadoff walk, and might we see a bunt attempt here in the 2-run ball game?
Every extra run helps. It's a possibility, but I think they'll probably let him take his chances swinging away.
Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. And it's quickly 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. A runner at first with no outs here. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. Runner's back. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
Nobody out, runner on first. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Well, that's just some indecision there on 3-2. Well, he's thinking, should I swing? You could just see him try and hold up, but by that point, he'd already broken the plane. That's an easy call.
Into the box, Danny Espinoza, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike 1.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Oh-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
I smell another changeup coming here before too long.
Could even be right here.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, that's how you neutralize a leadoff walk. He settles down, gets his focus back, and delivers back-to-back strikeouts.
Trey Turner will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
Trey Turner.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
So often playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Chopped weakly to the left. Fielded cleanly. He'll go the short way to panic at second, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Washington. as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Back here at Nationals Park, 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Sean Kelly is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Number 27, Sean Kelly.
Leading off the inning, Brandon Belt, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
And he'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball, 1-0. Swung on and missed, 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed, 2-1.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
To short. Turner takes it in. On to first, and it's dropped. It'll stay right there, though, so there will be no advance.
Well, let's watch this. I don't know quite what the problem was. It just sort of looked like he clanked it over there, and yeah, sure enough, the throw's right there. He doesn't close the glove around it.
Angel Pagan will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Runner goes for second. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. To first. Zimmerman has it. There's one. On to first, and yet another double play. Their 4th of the night, and there are quickly 2 gone here.
Boy, not an easy play out there by any stretch. He's got to hit the shortstop in stride while avoiding that runner who's directly in his path. But he's able to put a good throw right on the bag, and they wind up turning the double play.
Stepping in now, Kelby Tomlinson. Hit hard to short. Turner fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt them after all as the inning is over. Giants are down quietly. Still down by a count of 4-2. And now Boch is going to make his way out toward home plate, and it looks like we'll see a double switch here. Sergio Romo will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
And batting in the 7th spot, number 54, Sergio Romo. Now playing left field and batting in the 9th spot, number 7.
Now batting, Ben Revere. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. The 0-2 home. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Well, let's take a look at this check swing here in slow motion. From this speed, it almost always looks like the guy goes around. Here, well, it looked like a good call down there at third base. I think that bat did break the plane, and that is a strike.
In now is Anthony Rendon. Chopped in front of home plate. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Right fielder number.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mass, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Here's Bryce Harper now. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Up next for the
Check this out on show track.
first baseman.
It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Ryan Zimmerman will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. Out in front of it, strike 1. Two out with the man at first. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Nationals leave 1, but they still lead this one 4-2. Gregor Blanco will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th. Trevor Gott will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
26, Trevor Gott.
Leading off the inning, Gregor Blanco, and they'll need him to get something going here.
7, Gregor Blanco.
Curveball looked at here for strike one.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Down the first baseline, Zimmerman comes up with it, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. And in a 4-2 game, time to check the numbers here. It's our starter comparison as we see how these two performances stack up against one another. One gone here in the Giants' half of the 8th, and standing fourth is the left-handed hitting Denard Span. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour. A ball and a strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2. Still 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Hot shot down the line. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. The throw into second. The tag, and he's out at second base. He probably should have stayed right where he was.
Well, you know what? You got to like the hustle, but you've also got to know your outfielder's arms out there. Just never had a shot of succeeding, and he gets caught running himself into a pretty avoidable out.
Here's Joe Panic. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hard hit ball to second. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Buster Posey will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Oh, and that is right there for strike 2.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a little tapper. The tag, and he is out. 1 left for San Francisco. They trail it here 4-2. Jason Worth gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Fielder, Jason Worth.
And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
And that's right where you want to be throwing those sinkers, but he's doing a good job at the plate of not chasing.
Two 2-0 pitch on the way. High and deep to right center. Back goes Pence. Still going back. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And the home half of the 8th starts with a leadoff double.
Nearly gets his first home run of the postseason, and I'll tell you, he didn't miss this thing by much. Here you see it. He just gets this one airborne, and this thing just doesn't quite have enough to get out of here. But it does have plenty to get him into second base, and now he's got himself a double.
Daniel Murphy takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield would probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
First pitch on its way. And that's high for a ball, 1-0.
Be careful not to airmail that thing over your catcher's head. You got to make sure you don't overthrow it.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Third double of the game for these guys, as you see the comparison there. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Yeah, maybe a little bit extra on this 2-2 fastball. Here it is on show track, and you can see it just burn off that inside corner. That's a tough pitch to handle.
And here's ball 4 now on the intentional walk. So that'll set up the double play possibility with 1 gone.
The pitcher, number 26, Trevor Gott.
Clint Robinson will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 25, Clint Robinson.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Runners are at first and second with one away. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Way outside. 1-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
The batter, number 7.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Standing in now, Trey Turner. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Fastball at 88 that time. A ball and a strike. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
And the slider bounces, and that'll get on by. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Second and third, 2 away. And this one is past him, and that could be a run. And he'll be tagged out heading toward the plate. And with that, the inning is over. Hunter Pence will start things out when we come back. We're on to the ninth here in Game 1. It's the Nationals 4 and the Giants 2. Back now with baseball on the show from the nation's capital. Just down the street from that building, we are set for what remains in this one. Hunter Pence will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Mark Melanson is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 35, Mark Melanson.
Striding in to start the ninth, Hunter Pence, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hunter Pence.
And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
And no offer that time from Pence as it evens the count at 1-1. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Melanson's ready. Here's the 2-1. Cutter, and that's a called strike 2.
And now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Swung on and hit softly on a line. Foul. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he's retired here, 1 away.
And that's telling of how they've swung the bat. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Brandon Crawford will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And now a sharply hit ball toward the right side as this gets foul past the coaching box. Set to deal on 2-2. Full count now, 3-2.
And this is another frustrating at-bat for him on the mound. I mean, he's burned through 15 pitches on just these last 2 hitters.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply the credit to the next guy?
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Tap fouled at home plate. 41,888 fans up out of their chairs now in Washington. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
2 out, nobody on. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hit hard toward the right side. And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and prove your mettle. I think his performance here was by far the big key to this ball game.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. Washington is victorious in this one, 4-2. Good night from D.C.
The final line score for the ball game tonight.